हरे कृष्ण। सब टेस्टिंग करना पड़ता है। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन। यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर। यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गोपाष्टमी महामहोत्सव की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज ऑल विश्व गुरु एंड श्री गौरंगा ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्रीला प्रभुपाद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 10 चैप्टर 12 वर्स नंबर 33 33 पीना ही भोगोत्थितम अद्भुतम महज ज्योति स्वधाम्ना ज्वलय दिशो दश। प्रतीक्ष्यखे वस्थितम ईश निर्गमम विशेष तस्मिन् मिष्टाम दिवौकसाम। Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From the body of the gigantic python, a glaring effulgence came out, illuminating all directions, and stayed individually in the sky until Krishna came out from the corpse's mouth. Then, as all the demigods looked on, this effulgence entered into Krishna's body. Purport: apparently, the serpent named Aghasura, because of having received association with Krishna, attained mukti by entering Krishna's body. Entering the body of Krishna is called Sayujya Mukti, but later verses prove that Aghasura, like Dantavakra and others, received Sarupya Mukti. This has been broadly described by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur with references from the Vaishnav Toshani of Srila Jiva Goswami. Aghasur attained Sarupya Mukti, being promoted to the Vaikuntha planets to live with the same four-armed bodily features as Vishnu. The explanation of how this so may be summarized as follows. The effulgence came out from the python's body and became purified, attaining spiritual Shuddha Sattva, freedom from material contamination. Because Krishna had stayed within the serpent's body, even after the serpent's death, One may doubt that such a demon full of mischievous activities could attain the liberation of Sarupya or Sayujya, and one may be astonished about this. But Krishna is so kind that in order to drive away such doubts, he had the effulgence, the individual life of the python, wait for some time in its individuality, in the presence of all demigods. Krishna is the full effulgence, and every living being is part and parcel of that effulgence. As proved here, the effulgence in every living being is individual. For some time, the effulgence remained outside the demon's body, individually, and did not mix with the whole effulgence, the Brahma Jyoti. The Brahman effulgence is not visible to material eyes, but to prove that every living being is individual, Krishna had this individual effulgence stay outside the demon's body for some time, for everyone to see. Then Krishna proved that anyone killed by him attains liberation, whether Sayujya, Sarupya, Samipya or whatever. But the liberation of those who are on the transcendental platform of love and affection is Vimukti, special liberation, Vimukti. Thus the serpent first entered the body of Krishna personally and fixed with Brahman effulgence. This merging is called Sayujya Mukti. But from later verses, we find that Aghasur attained Sarupya Mukti, text 38. Text 38 explains that Aghasur attained a body exactly like that of Vishnu, and the verse after that also clearly states that he attained a completely spiritual body like that of Narayan. Therefore, in 2 or 3 places, the Bhagavatam has confirmed that Aghasur attained Sarupya Mukti. One may then argue, how is that he mixed with the Brahman effulgence? The answer is that as Jai and Vijay, after 3 births, again attained Sarupya Mukti and association with the Lord, Aghasur received a similar liberation. Om Jnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangulam Gaitgirim Yatkepatham Mande Shri Guru Dinataranam Vancha Kalpatarasya Kipasindhavya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. From the body of the gigantic python, a glaring effulgence came out, illuminating all directions, and stayed individually in the sky. Our acharyas give such in detail explanation of how Krishna's activities are being performed and how they prove that the Supreme Absolute Truth is a person. Yes? And it's not just a light over there, as most of the people in the whole world believe. And Srila Prabhupada, in his pranam mantra, he clarifies that point. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Desha Tarine. And that's why our acharyas have taken painstaking effort to actually remove this doubt that there is nothing above Krishna. Krishna is everything. He's not Nirakar. Yes, he doesn't have a material form. He's spiritual, Satchidananda Vigraha. He's not Satchidananda. He's Satchidananda Vigraha. And that's why the form of the Lord to understand is very difficult. And that's why he said, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvata. If you understand the divyam aspect, yes, of my birth, of my appearance and everything, then there is no coming back to the material world. Because once we get attached to Krishna, yes, Antakale cha mam eva smarana mukta kalevaram. Mam eva. Only attachment to Krishna can take us across this whole Viraj river. Yes. Which is actually keeping us in this material world, in the threefold miseries. Yes, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. And that's why over here Krishna is also performing the pastime so that we understand that the individuality of the soul never actually diminishes. He always remains individual. Yes. So-called people, Mayavadis, they say that no, once you are turned into, as rivers enter the water of the ocean and they become one. But Madhvacharya was so awesomely exhibiting the pastime that one of the sannyasis actually came to him, or the Mayavadi ones, and he was one because Madhvacharya comes after Ramanujacharya. Those who were remaining, as the great scholars of Mayavad, Madhvacharya comes to actually beat them up. Yes. And so, most of everything was done. So then, one of these sannyasis who was very staunch, he wouldn't budge. He used to always constantly argue. Then one day he came, and then Madhvacharya didn't say anything. He just had a pot in front of him, of an empty pot, and then 2 other pots with water. And he was arguing that no, everything is one. And then Madhvacharya said, just wait. And then he poured from pot A, from one pot and the other pot, and mixed the water in the third pot. And he's like, exactly, this is what I'm trying to say, that the absolute truth is nirvishesha. Yes. There's only, there's only Brahman, there's nothing else. Undifferentiated, attributeless, everything becomes one after we become liberated. Madhvacharya is like, please wait. And then he took the same pot, which was filled with water, and then again put the water back into the first and the second one. And just by seeing that sannyasi actually surrendered and became a Vaishnava. Why? It's because this pastime shows that eventually, if there was the whole sum, it became one, then why there is no need, undifferentiated, right? It cannot be differentiated. Then that same water should have been undifferentiated, but it still has its own individuality left in it. Yes, like Prabhupada mentions, the bird flies into a tree, it does not become one with the tree. It appears that way, but in reality, it's in the tree, but it maintains its individuality. So that's why all the activities of the Supreme Absolute Truth are on the transcendental platform. None of the activities of Krishna are on the material platform. He does not require material energy to actually satisfy him. He has his internal potency. And Srimati Radharani, who actually fully satisfy Krishna. Yes. So today being Gopashtami, I was listening to a class and actually before Gopashtami, Krishna is actually herding, he's with the calves. He's taking care of the calves. And his actual Vrindavan Vihar is not actually started. He's not explored Vrindavan much. So then, Maharaj was mentioning that when the calves grew up, and even some sakhas grew up, and Krishna was not still there yet, He's entering, he's just at the edge of it. And Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya definitely are not ready to send Krishna into the forest. Because why? The forest is a very dangerous place. Even though it is Vrindavan, but for Nanda and Yashoda, they know that there are tigers, there are so many living beings over there which may harm Krishna. Yes, his feet are also so small right now. They have not even grown. How can he do all this? He cannot do all this. So, he's still not allowed. But when the calves grew up, some of the calves grew up, and they were pushed by their mother not to drink the milk anymore because they are grown up. They want grass. So the calves actually are kicked by their mother, because their mothers are now pregnant with the other child, and they need that milk for the other child. So they do not allow this other calf to actually come nearby, the grown-up calf, or a cow now. So the Gopas are actually trying to pull these calves who are becoming just cows, pull away and then take them into the forest. But they do not want to go. They have become attached to Krishna. so much that they run again and again from the Gopas and run towards Krishna. They do not want to go. They do not even want to drink the milk, but they do not want to go away from Krishna. Even the Gopas which grew up, their parents, they were like, you have to go now, take care of the cows. They're like, no, we won't go. If Krishna is not going to go, there is no reason for us to go. You pursue Krishna, you tell Krishna to come, then we'll go. And it was a big battle. They were not able to actually push forward, the calves or the Gopas into the forest. Teach them that this is your dharma, this is your duty. We are agricultural people. We have to do this. And Maharaj was mentioning how beautiful is Krishna. More beautiful than Vaikuntha. Mahanarayan, who resides in Vaikuntha, very beautiful. Who even the four Kumaras, actually, they become baffled. They are already liberated. Yes. But just to protect Jaya and Vijay, Lord Vishnu shows up over there, bare feet. Yes. And before he appears also, the Sugandha, yes, the sweet fragrance of his lotus feet mixed with Chandan and Tulsi, camphor, actually travel before the Lord into the nostrils of the four Kumaras. And the first time in their whole life, they become agitated. Yes, they become agitated. Their senses go here and there. Their mind is not able to be under their control anymore. And just after that, the Lord appears because they have given, the curse to Jaya and Vijay. To protect his devotees, he shows up over there, faster than the wind. And just seeing him with the beautiful, Tulsi mala, Gunja mala, beautiful ornaments, big chest, big shoulders, Mahapurusha, Ajanu Bahu, his arms going till his knees. They just become baffled. They just start staring at him. That Lord, who even attracts the hearts of the Kumaras, who remain as, kids, because they do not want to experience puberty or adolescence at all. But now they have become agitated by something very transcendental. But even Vishnu, even Mahanarayan, hankers to see Krishna. That's how beautiful is Krishna. Yes. Madhavhari is so beautiful with his peacock feather, with his beautiful mala. Yes. His eyes looking here and there. His Sribhanga form. His charan, His waist, his shoulders, his big chest. Yes. His lips like the bimba fruit. His nose like the sesame flower. Fully blossomed flowers around him. And the bumblebees are just making noise, the bees are making noise around him. Tasting the nectar of Krishna's beauty. Yes. How can the Gopas, how can the cows, the calves actually not see this beautiful form anymore and go to perform their duties? They are resisting so much. Then the Gopas actually approached Nanda Maharaj saying that, you have to send this boy with us. We know that he's still young, but we still want him to come. Don't worry, we will not send him alone anywhere. We will carry him. We will be always with him till the time he grows up totally. Yes, we won't let him go here and there. You don't worry. Nanda Maharaj requesting because none of the calves were actually doing their job. That's the time they have to go and eat grass. Otherwise, how are they going to give milk? So then, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba putting a stone on their heart, they say, okay, anyways, we have to listen. This cannot go on forever. Then they give permission. Okay, Krishna and Balram, you can go to the forest. The Gopas and the calves, everybody becomes so happy. Yashoda Maya again and again tells Balram, do not, please take care of him. Yes, he's very mischievous. He might go here and there. He might touch a thorny bush. He might actually eat a poisonous fruit. You have to be always with him. You cannot leave him for a second. With great concern, Yashoda Maya is actually, when she's actually sending him off, she has already thought that his feet are going to get hurt. At that moment, when Krishna's feet, they were very small. Even the symbols on his feet, yes, were not actually highlighted as much. But now they are going to grow up. And those chinnas are going to be on the Braja Raj of Vrindavan. Yes. And Vrindavan is waiting for Krishna. Yes. The areas of the forest where Krishna has not entered yet, they have been dying in separation. When will Krishna come? When will he enjoy this forest? When we will be able to be with Krishna and have his Sangha? How beautiful is Krishna? How nice is Krishna? Yes. How beautiful is the forest of Vrindavan? It is said, Maharaj was explaining, that all around Vrindavan, all in the lakes, the kunjas, everywhere there were lotuses. And because of that lotuses and the Sheetal, Maharaj was explaining, very beautiful waters of Vrindavan, of the rivers, of the kunjas, they were so soft, yes, so sweet, full of nectar. Just drinking them can quench everybody's thirst for even material enjoyment. So beautiful. That waters, when the wind used to blow over them, with the Padma Gandha, and the grass also Padma Gandha, the atmosphere of Vrindavan was so fragrant. The only purpose of Vrindavan to become beautiful is for the service of the Lord. Yes, to make Krishna happy. We sometimes forget that yes, going back home, back to Godhead is important, but our movement is not only for that. Yes, our movement, actually Prabhupada gives that it is to please Krishna only. Ashlisha va padaratam pinashtumam adarshanam marmatam karotuva yatha tata va vidadhatulam pato mat prananathastu saevanapara. The goal of our movement is to attain that unconditional love, to practice in such a way that we have the blessings and mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas to receive that unconditional, unalloyed devotion to Krishna. Sam Siddhir Haritoshanam. And that's why our great Acharyas, they always mention this point, that the great happiness that Krishna receives when we chant his glory, when we do his devotional service, with the thought that he will be happy, that is real devotional service. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavritam anukulyana krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttamam anukulena krishnanu. Yes, jnana karma anavritam. Anavrit. It has nothing to do with this, with our understanding of going back home, back to Godhead also. It's above mukti. Yes, anyabhilashita shunyam. There is no abhilasha that this is for my maintenance of my family, for myself. I am doing this arati because it's my duty. If we have that understanding, yes, we will get some benefit. Yes. But the full benefit is only when the start to finish is only about Krishna's pleasure. Yes. That is Srimati Radharani's mood. Yes. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give us. Yes. Radha Bhavaduti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Radha Bhava. Yes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the mood of Srimati Radharani just to please Krishna. There is no other intention in this whole world. What is the purpose of our artis? What is the purpose of our kirtans? It's to please Krishna. But because the waves of Maya is so strong, we have not practiced and we do not have the mercy also. We might be externally doing all these things, because we might be habituated, we might be in the mode of goodness, we might have Brahmanical qualities by birth. Yes. But that is not bhakti, because smarta Brahmanas are doing it. Yes, out there. There's so many Smarta Brahmanas. They're perfect in their rituals. The Mayavadis are perfect in their rituals. They have attained that jnana and karma for millions of lifetimes to perform all these things without any expectation. But what's the use? They still stay in the material world. And that's why our acharyas are very heavy on this point. That even the Brahmanas in Vrindavan, the Brahman Patnis, yes, by birth we can see that the Brahmanas are actually superior. They are doing the yajnas in Vrindavan. They are in Vrindavan. We might be in the temple, we might be in the Sanidhya, the association of the deities. But when Krishna actually approaches also, they are too busy in their own activities. And that's why they are not able to recognize what is the real purpose of life. Yes, what is the real purpose of life? So today, understanding that Krishna is going to go to the forest. Jai Shri Radha Madhavani ki. Srimati Radharani dresses up as a Gopal to actually see Krishna, to actually be with Krishna. Yes. Today we have the beautiful darshan of Srimati Radharani, dressed, trying to behave like a Gopa, just to be with Krishna, to please Krishna. And Krishna being very happy to see that. It gives so much joy to the heart of Krishna. Yes, there is no difference between the heart of Krishna and Krishna. Srimati Radharani actually readies herself. Yes, how beautiful is the darshan. How beautiful her lotus feet. That she reveals one day in Mayapur also. One day in the whole year, they reveal the Ashtasakhis' lotus feet. Not even on Radhashtami they reveal. Only on Gopashtami. They will reveal Srimati Radharani being so merciful that she will reveal her form, her beautiful lotus feet for the world to actually see. Even in Vrindavan, Radha Shyama Sundar, yes, Srimati Radharani very ready, dressed as a Gopa, to go to the forest of Vrindavan to actually meet Krishna. The only purpose of all these pastimes is to some siddhir haritoshanam. Yeah, Maharaj always gives this point. It's like it is there but it's not there. We might read Prabhupada books, we might hear so many lectures, we might do so many things. For me also, we might have heard. But the thing is that to actually capture this point, to actually make this point and actually understand what it means to please Krishna is a totally different thing. We might do it for the public, we might do it to show people that, oh, we have to do it now, right? Now I have taken these vows, I have to show people that I am over here. It can be all these reasons, but this has nothing to do with bhakti. Yes, and that's why it is said. Why? Because bhakti is something, it is internal potency of the Lord. It cannot have the touch of material energy. And that's why bhakti is independent, as Krishna is. Because both are independent. Krishna is not bound, and so is bhakti is not bound. Yes, when we chant Hare Krishna, that's the whole point. With what intention? Yes, how do we take shelter of Krishna? That gives us the understanding. That becomes our advancement in bhakti. Just doing it externally, yes, there is benefit. We might get rid of Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi and go back home, back to God. But attaining Braj is a totally different game. It has nothing to do with the desire of mukti. Yes. Yes. And that's why Mahaprabhu comes and emphasizes in these 8 shlokas of Shishashtakam. And that's why the 8th verse is the epitome of what Srila Prabhupada has come to give us. Is his pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, taking it all over the world, is only because he says again and again, to re-establish a relationship with Krishna. That is the purpose of the movement. Yes, it's not just to go back home, back to Godhead. To re-establish a relationship as the servant of the Lord. What kind of a servant? Unalloyed, unmotivated, uninterrupted servant of the Lord. Yes, and that's why we are very fortunate to be in this movement and to see this beautiful darshan of Shri Radha Madhav Hari, who actually are so merciful that even to the people who are not qualified, yes, who have committed so many aparadhs, they are so merciful to actually give darshan even then. Yes. So we should take the opportunity which Prabhupada has given us and try to understand what he means in his books. Try to understand what the books are for and study his books. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srimati Radharani ki jai, Gopashtami Mahamotsav. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.